Hi, my name's Chris O'Malley, and for over 30 years I've been a retirement and estate planner, and I've helped thousands of federal employees separate from service. Recently, we've all heard talk about a VERA, and most people are concerned that if offered a VERA, if they can retire. So I've decided to put together this short video to explain the do's and the don'ts and the must-dos to make sure that if you do separate, that it is a successful separation. So let's get started. Okay, so let's answer the question, if there is a VERA, can I retire? Now there's a lot of information here, so watch this through to the end, maybe even watch it a couple times. Having done this for over 30 years, we specialize in a specific process that allows you to make the picture or dream that you have in your head about your future become a reality. Just like GPS, if you set a specific destination, it will provide the fastest, most efficient route. Now, these dreams usually include the following three areas. One, that you have complete control of your money so you can sleep at night. Peace of mind, if you say. Two, that you have the freedom to spend your time with who you want and where you want to be. And three, that you have the impact or leave the fingerprint on the people and causes you find most important. However, we must overcome the obstacles in the way, both seen and unseen, to get you there. Now, there are two retirement cancers, debt and sickness. Carrying debt, whether credit cards or mortgage, it will kill your dreams as you give control of your money over to the creditors. There are programs available that will pay off your debt 100% in 3 to 5 years for about 50 cents on the dollar, and when finished, have anywhere between $30,000 and $50,000 in savings. There also is a Social Security strategy that you can use to pay down debt. But whatever you want to do, whatever you can do, don't retire with debt. Sickness and nursing care can add up quickly in retirement as well, as we must prepare for the what-ifs of health. By laddering different insurance plans and the riders they offer, we can offer a pool of $100,000 to $200,000 for recovery from things like a heart attack, stroke, or cancer, as well as provide monies for home and nursing home care. Now, I like football, so I use football analogies. The last few years of work before retirement, you don't want to have any mistakes or lose money. Like the red zone in football, if you need a touchdown to win the game, you can't have any mistakes. You must, at all costs, avoid obstacles that will prevent you from moving forward, whether known or unknown, that put you out of retirement range and force you to punt and keep working. It's not a matter of what you need to do. You're very good at what you do. But how many people do you know are professionals in two sports? Michael Jordan tried it and he couldn't do it. It's a matter of delegating it to a specialist and determining who is going to get you to the promised land. If you're looking for answers, you've probably outgrown your current advisor. Let's begin with your retirement annuity. When an agency has received VERA approval from OPM, an employee who meets the general eligibility requirements may be eligible to retire. The employee must meet minimum age and service requirements, at least age 50 with at least 20 years of credible federal service, or any age with at least 25 years credible service. Have served in the position usually 30 days prior to the date of the agency request, served in the position covered by the agency's VERA plan, and separate by the close of the early out period. The FERS annuity payment will begin the first day of the month following retirement. The calculation for the annuity is calculated based on the average high 3 salary, years and months of credible service. 100% of unused sick leave can be credited. There is no annuity reduction in FERS for employees who retire on early voluntary retirement under age 55. As far as working after you separate, those who take a non-federal position can work and still receive their annuity pension. Those who take a federal job will be considered reemployed and their salary will be offset by the annuity amount. As far as your Social Security, if age 62 or older, you can begin receiving your Social Security payments. A FERS annuity supplement is payable to an employee who has completed at least 1 calendar year of FERS service when he or she reaches MRA. The annuity supplement is payable from MRA until eligibility for Social Security begins at age 62. If you separate before MRA, you will not receive the supplement until you reach MRA. As far as your health insurance, employees retiring in conjunction with a VERA must have been covered under the FEHB program for the last 5 years of their federal civilian service in order to continue coverage in retirement. OPM will grant pre-approved waivers to employees who retired during the VERA. Coverage as an annuitant is identical to the coverage as an employee, but the premiums are not paid on a pre-tax basis. At age 65, you may want to look at Medicare to see if any of those programs are more cost-effective. Aside from the standard plans, there are HMO-type Advantage plans that cost you nothing. The big risk is if you need help living day-to-day, whether your body shuts down or you have dementia or Alzheimer's. Worldwide, there are 10 million new cases per year. Today, a nursing home will cost you north of $10,000 a month. As far as your life insurance, the FEGLI can be continued through retirement, provided the employee has carried the coverage for at least 5 years prior to retirement. Value and cost depend on elections made at retirement. The FEGLI is a renewable 5-year term product, which means that every 5 years it renews and basically doubles in cost. Here's an example of a woman who kept her basic of $102,000, option A of $10,000, option B of $500,000, and option C for her spouse of $25,000. You can see that at age 60 was the first time she felt it double to $769.16 a month. But look at the ridiculous monthly rates at age 75 and 80. We do have private alternatives to this that are much cheaper, but also include long-term care. Your thrift is available to you for income. This is my specialty. If you don't have a thrift, there's a 95% chance you're going to continue to work. As a 401k plan, this is usually not accessible for income until you reach age 59 and a half. However, the IRS has made a provision for you to use this prior to 59 and a half without penalty. It is a minimum of 5 years of payments that need to be structured under their rates and their limits. After this, you can begin your regular payments. Keep in mind that there are a few decisions with the thrift that, if you don't do it correctly, will cost you over $100,000, or worse, guarantee that you run out of money. I can show you how to maximize this income stream, ways to double your thrift payment, and even pay for long-term care. Probate is a huge headache. When you die, all of your assets and income streams will be frozen. If you don't have a will, it could take months until everything is settled. I have a national group that will provide you with a free will. Even with a will, nothing is unfrozen until a death certificate is produced. This could take 4 to 8 weeks. As a result, people are putting money into an immediate ILIT so that the money is paid out within 24 hours of death with no death certificate. This will allow money for your spouse, your children to come back home to you, keep up the house, pay bills, and more until the estate is settled. Earlier we talked about your dreams. One, that you have peace of mind and complete control of the money so you can sleep at night. Two, that you have the freedom to spend the time with who you want and where you want to be. And three, that you have the impact or you leave your fingerprint on the people and causes you find most important. If we add the opposite to each one of these, worry versus peace of mind, fear versus freedom, and chaos versus your fingerprint, if you were to place an X on each one of those lines, where are you at today? What are you going to do to get those X's over from where you are now to where you want to be? Remember, it's not a question of what you need to do. It's who is going to get you to the promised land. Give me a call, Chris O'Malley, at my office, 630-834-3794, or complete the contact link, and let's see if we're a good fit to work together for the next 20 years. Take care and talk to you soon.